My name is Wissam. I work in the IT sector. First time I came across Mecca Group was through Ella on TikTok. I was always curious, how to invest and what to invest. Me and my wife had a lot of capital in the bank, and we decided to start investing. Ella was started to trend on TikTok, and I engaged Ella, and we had our first meeting together. It was very educational. However, me and my wife have always debated whether to pay the fee or not for a buyer's agent. The frustration part was deciding if we need to go into housing or stocks or any other investments. The hardest part was convincing the wife to start investing. Once that's done, that was like one foot in the doorstep. The second part was, is the fee valuable to pay for a buyer's agent? As we started looking around housing markets and stuff, we realized it takes a lot of time and effort. And the buyer's agency obviously took that away from us, and we just rested. We got all the data, all the information, everything that we needed to have. We got from Mecca Group, which helped us, buy with ease. I think what separates you guys with other agency is you never rushed us into buying into a property. You'd give us a proposition on this property or that property. If we didn't feel comfortable taking it on, you didn't rush us or get angry that, why wouldn't you take it on? Instead, you would just keep offering different properties until we actually felt comfortable to go ahead. And I think that separates Mecca Group with other agencies. So obviously the first property through Mecca Group was in North Brisbane. We decided to go North Brisbane, even though you guys offered a lot more properties within the south and on the coast. I've always thought that northern suburbs in Brisbane were the premium. The strategy was there was a lot of works happening for the Olympics 2032 within that sector, and it was big land, and it was bringing in good return, and the property was under condition to re-rent for the owners that we sold from. We bought from. So that gave us a bit of ease that we didn't have to go on the market, and they took it on straight away. We bought it off market for $740, and currently it's valued just above $1 million. The strategy was to have a big land so we can have a potential granny flat at the back. Yeah. And we're currently building a granny flat. So once that's done, it will be positively geared, and then we can go again, recycle that and buy again. So the second property, we decided to engage Mecca Group because it was through SMSF, and the process to buy through SMSF is very complicated and hard, and so we needed that expert advice and experience through you guys to help us through the process. It was very long, very complicated sale, but you guys helped us with conveyancing services. You also helped us set up, the bear trust, the accounts, everything that needed to buy a property within SMSF. That property was bought in Melbourne, eastern suburbs, and again, it was rented already, so we didn't need the headache to go on market, which was really good. It was newly renovated also, so we bought it at $775, and it was renting for $550 already. Yeah, like I said, the portfolio right now sits at a healthy level. We are looking to engage Mecca Property Group again for our third investment property. We the strategy is to also buy something with granny flat potential, and hopefully in a blue chip area. The long-term plan is I've already started speaking to Mecca Property Group about engaging commercial property. Whether I'll do it soon or within 10-15 years when I raise that capital growth through investments. The plan is to at least get 5 residential and hold for 10 years and then sell and go into commercial property. The end goal is obviously semi-retired with cash flow coming through property. So I've been engaged with Mecca Property Group for the last 3 years. From the first sale to the second sale, in between, I've kept contact with the team, whether they supported me with buying my own house or thinking of getting into the market again. I've always had that relationship, and they've always come back and spoken to me. They were always open to give me free advice, free help, everything without asking for any favors back. And that for me was a big thing, because it wasn't just business, it was more of a relationship growth. Ella is definitely my favorite in the business. She's the one who got us in. And again, that relationship growth was through her. So before I engaged Ella for your services, we were actually thinking of building in Brisbane instead of buying an established house. And we had a long discussion. We actually sat down. She gave us the pros and she gave us the cons. And then obviously we had a chat between us, me and my wife. But the thing that set us apart, that we'll go established, is she showed us like the data. She showed us that if you're building, even though it's a brand new house, it's the land that goes in value, not the actual house. And once we started to have more knowledge about property and building and the headache for 12-18 months, we decided to, all right, maybe they are right, maybe they are giving us the right advice. And that's when me and my wife, we were comfortable paying the fee and engaging Mecca. The difference is definitely huge, because the new builds right now, all the lots are 400 square meter, and we were paying the same price as what we bought for a property on 970 square meter. So and obviously the growth went exponential. The other one was on a 400 square meter new build, same price, in the southeast Brisbane rather than northern Brisbane. So it was different. I always recommend property over stock, and I always explain the leverage in property you can have over stock, even though historically stocks has better percentage return. But you're returning on like 70-100k instead of 700-800k. So I always explain that. When they say, why do you engage buyer's agency, I always say time, effort, knowledge, connections, relationships. And I always recommend Mecca Group because that's what I use. And it's been success for 3 years now. So it's always been the case. I always recommend them. And then they look at the Google reviews, they see 5 stars always, and they're like, all right, maybe we'll use.